Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Is this homicide number 38? A nude body, female, found, Shop Hill, St. Thomas. At first, I thought, ooh, could it be Trinity Tamika Harris, the 18-year-old who was reported missing, but she was found safe. At first, I pulled her up first, but she has been found safe. So who would be this person that they found face down? They found her face down, nude, and her lower body was being attacked by bugs. Who could it be? And is it homicide number 38? There could be a homicide 39. There was a guy that they said was making some noise in Barbados and he turned up dead. They don't know who he is. They have like a screenshot of his face and they're asking people who is he, but he showed up dead in Barbados. That could have been, well, he could have been 38 since it happened before. And this female that they found nude could be homicide number 39. Okay, so are you counting? How are you doing the numbering system for homicides in Barbados? Homicides are people who turn up dead and, someone else is responsible. Someone else, driving drunk, using a hammer, using a gun, using a knife, whatever. But are you numbering these things? Anyhow, it's very, you feel a way. I feel a way when, I got so many photos. Well, there are not many, there's only one photo, but it came to me many times of the female just there and, being consumed by bugs. It does something to you. And someone was saying in my chat, the hope is not Trinity. Trinity has been found and she's fine. But, sometimes you say things like that and you have to catch yourself and you say, okay, you hope it's not the girl who was missing. So you're hoping it's someone else's child. You're hoping it's someone else's daughter, someone else's sister. So sometimes when you say things, you have to try to catch yourself and look back on the things you've said and try to improve your skills of communication. You just have to try, it may not work, but trying. But yeah, it's really a funny feeling. It's a funny thing that happens when someone is disposed of like that. Someone just left them there like that. It just goes. It just goes beyond the pale. It comes right after a crop over. Crop over is just something that just happened and finished and concluded in Barbados. Now they found dead female body. There's a lot of debauchery that goes on around that time. A lot of stuff happens around that time. I get a lot of blogs around that time that I don't put up because women are crying behind guys. The females are telling me that their man is, not home, and one left Brooklyn and was in Barbados and she didn't hear from him. And there's always a lot of blogs around the time of crop over, and females need to get over themselves. They need to get over themselves and work out all the parasites they have swimming around in their brain, in their heads. Okay, you need to work on that. Work on eliminating those parasites because it's a mental illness. It's a mental illness, okay? So yeah, I got a lot of people in my chat on WhatsApp sent me this particular photo, and I got it yesterday, and it's like, I'm stunted. It's like, where do I move? How do I go with this? It does something to you that, that can happen. And, somebody just moves off, just drops her there and moves off. But yeah, I'm gonna wait to see what more comes out of this. I'm tempted to have it as homicide number 39. And I didn't put up the other guy that was dead in Barbados, is dead in Barbados, and they're looking to identify him. They don't know who he is. And I was tempted to have that as homicide number 38. But it's really hard because there's not much information coming out of Barbados. Okay, you guys are really secretive. I must give you that. You're very, very secretive. So there's not much coming. So I'm just going to have to do my thing. Okay, I'm just going to have to do my thing. So this lady that they found, she's probably homicide number 39. And I'm going to have to look for that photo of the guy that they were trying to ID and list him as homicide number 38. Or, you know, I'll go back and look at my numbers and add on 2 more. Okay? How you like that? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.